This shoe with a review of the Jordan Air 2. The Air 1 was out, almost forgot that it existed, but it was a nice, simple shoe. Minimal cushioning, so guys who like super low to the ground, zero cushioning, that's gonna give you blisters on your feet, but you love that kind of setup, then you would have loved the Jordan Air 1. Heir. So this is Jordan Air 2, and it's got significant improvements, boost in terms of the cushioning, but that means it's been elevated a little bit more, so it's not as low to the ground, it's not as stable. And again, this is a women's shoe, so it's very sharp and narrow. It's got a good outrigger, but because the base is so narrow, and because this is pretty high off the floor compared to the ones, it's not as stable as it should be. Of course, it's more stable than garbage like LeBron 15s, which gave you immediate ankle rollover. For size 9.5, it weighs about 400 grams. So yeah, it's not the lightest shoe out there, but definitely lighter than those crappy Adidas shoes that's weighing more than 500 grams. Overall padding is super nice. Nothing pinching, all nice. I think it's very nicely crafted, curved and everything. Heel slippage, depending on the shape of your heel, maybe you'll feel it. First, personally, I thought it was padded nicely enough to lock down nicely, and it's got this outsole rubber that's completely covering the shoe that provides some added torsional rigidity, but at the same time, as you can tell, these parts are not going to be as forgiving as other normal shoes that might expand to mold to your feet. This is not going to mold to your foot, so make sure you get the right size. You need to go at least a size up because this is super narrow and super short. So if you went a size up and you feel like there's some pinching, forget about this shoe. It's not going to work out for you. It's got decent breathability, mashes all around, but because there's so much rubber surrounding it, it kind of neutralizes or castrates its ability to provide the breathability. So yeah, that's a little weird. There's a little bit of a dead space on top of the toe box area, so it's kind of baffling how narrow the shoe is and how domey, bumblingly round this part is. I don't know what they were thinking. But other than that, the traction is awesome. It reminds me of that old Nike shoe that Harden used to wear right before he jumped over to Adidas. I can't remember that name. It's not Pioneer, but it kind of sounded similar. Crusader. Crusader pattern right here, except this one is just as good, if not better. And the pattern is like all around the whole circumference of the outsole. So I love this traction pattern. As you can tell, there's a zoom air here, so that's a big improvement from the ones. And the drop-in midsole is Cushlon 3.0. It's got pretty substantial heel thickness, and on the forefoot is comparatively slimmer, thinner, and it's got these lines to make sure it's more flexible, and these lines means they give more, they compress more. So it's got great heel to toe offset. That's beautiful. And this is good enough to feel much more plush compared to the Jordan Air 1. And I think this is a better substitute than those crappy drop-in midsole that you find in Kobe 8s and Kobe 9s. Those are dreadfully crappy. You can replace them with this and it will feel lower to the ground and even better. And because this is not curved like the ones found in the GT Cut 2s and 4s and the Zion 4s, you can actually use it in other shoes without having to worry about feeling wonky. And the GT Cut 4, 2, and the Zion 4, they're shaped like this, but the heel is thinner and the forefoot is thicker, so it's a stupid, ridiculous design. It's like pouring hot water on ice and defeating the purpose. But other than this wonderful Cushlon 3.0 drop-in midsole, it also has a layer of Cushlon here. As you can tell by the zoom, it's not going to be just a zoom, it's going to be surrounded by foam, and the foam is pretty straightforward. It's not bulging on the forefoot or anything like that, so it's more even Steven. So with this offset, heel to toe drop, this balances nicely. The cushioning is so much better than the Jordan Air 1. If you wear the shoe without this insole, it will feel almost as plush as the Jordan Air 1. and you can still feel the zoom. So that's how much of an upgrade this is compared to the first one. So yeah, it's unfortunate this is designed for some WNBA player that I could not really care about, other than Caitlin Clark or Paige Picker. I think everyone else is just really, really awful in the WNBA. I'm so sorry, but that's just missing open layups and just fouling people harder than Bull Beer. Not a good look for you guys. And complaining about equal pay. Yeah. Did you see their championship parade? Nah. Yeah, work in progress there, I guess. So Jordan Air 2, waiting for the price to drop and more colorways to drop. This is a cute little colorway too. It's got the Bugs Bunny kind of colorway, because Jordan Air Jordan HARE, that wordplay, and the Jordanaires, as in the heir apparent to Michael Jordan. Those wordplay continues, and it lives on in this shoe after like 30 years. It is one of the better shoes that Nike has released, and the shoes, like a lot of shoes that Nike had released recently had heel cushioning that just compresses and bottoms out, and this double layer and elevated heel cushioning and this flex grooves here, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nike should actually give some bonus to whoever is responsible for the overall design and in terms of functionality for the shoe. Give this person a raise, and let's have more shoes like this.